Bronny James, well, he's a very polarizing figure. Some people believe he has everything he needs to be an elite-level NBA pro, while others say that he is only getting attention because of his surname. There is one future Hall of Famer who believes Bronny will 100% be a success in the NBA.
Bronny 100% will be a successful player in the NBA. Number one, he knows how to work. And if you don't think he knows how to work, go look at Bronny from his freshman year, sophomore, junior, senior. There you will see a kid that knows how to work because you can see the improvement in his game, you can see the improvement in his body, you can see the improvement in his athleticism.
Now, Draymond Green would go on to say that at worst, Bronny is an NBA-level defender who can knock down the three ball, meaning his floor is a solid 3-and-D guy, according to Draymond. He also believes that Bronny's shot will continue to improve because his shot mechanics are great. Another couple of stars that are high on Bronny are Paul George and DeMar DeRozan. PG sees Bronny as a mini LeBron with everything he needs to succeed in the NBA.
What advice you got for Bronny? I know people would like to compare him with Bron. I got to watch him play in Vegas. That was my first time seeing him up close. He got it, bro. He got all the Bron got. High IQ, he athletic, he make the right plays, he can shoot that . I was amazed.
Meanwhile, DeRozan believes that no matter where Bronny goes, he's going to take the team to another level because of the star power that he possesses. This could be another reason why teams might draft Bronny even though he hasn't wowed anyone just yet.
More for the basketball side, you just need that big name to come there to bring that attention in. He the perfect person for that. The way he come in, the way he gonna handle it, the attention he gonna bring, and the player that he is, I think is gonna push SC to another level that we haven't seen.
Other pros are still undecided whether or not Bronny has what it takes to make it to the NBA. Take Rasheed Wallace, for example. Sheed sees potential in Bronny, but he isn't convinced just yet that he can make it to the NBA. He believes Bronny should take his time and evaluate his game before making the big jump.
Sheed, is he a pro?
I gotta agree with what Tyler said. Let's give him a 4 year. You had heart problems. Let's see what you could do. He has the talent. The talent is there, but it's a difference from the talent being there and you proving the talent. So it's a matter of, go back. That's where you test the waters at. Like you said, test the waters. Let me see what I do in this combine. The guys that's in the combine.
However, Gilbert Arenas has been on the Bronny bandwagon from day one. In fact, he even trained Bronny at the request of his dad, LeBron. So it's not surprising that Gil believes Bronny can make it to the league and thrive.
Is Bronny James a pro? Yes, sir?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yeah. There's a 40-something inch vertical. He can dribble, he can pass, he can shoot, he can defend his off. How he plays, he's a pro. His engine's a pro.
Now that is some high praise coming from Gil, but Brandon Jennings took things to another level when he cited Kyrie Irving as an example of why Bronny will be just fine when he makes the jump to the NBA.
So Kyrie Irving, right? He went to Duke. He played 11 games. We didn't know if he was healthy or not.
Right.
And he went to a school, St. Patrick, that he didn't really get off like that. Right. He had to play team ball. Wasn't McDonald's All-American. But we knew he was a pro.
Knew he was a pro right away.
I think that's just where we're at.
Wasn't no question.
Like, and he wasn't healthy either.
Right. There wasn't no debate around it. And we knew why he was a pro too.
However, not everyone is as convinced as some of these former players. Take Stephen A. Smith, for example. Stephen A. doesn't believe that Bronny has what it takes to make it to the NBA, as of right now.
It should not be in the NBA. Because based on his resume in his first year in college, if he was to take his talents to the professional level, everybody will believe it's because of his dad. And that's not a good look for him. So I don't think he's gonna do that, nor do I think he should.
But some players simply believe that Bronny's game is not meant for college. Rather, his game has been molded for the NBA. That is why Jeff Teague thinks Bronny can make the move to the pros and be just fine.
Listen, man. Yeah.
So he's going to a big school, bro.
College basketball is not for
He might go to Ohio State.
anybody with the last name James and the first name Bron. College basketball is just not for y'all, bro. Just go do what y'all supposed to do. Be NBA players, bro.
Teague mentioned Bronny's last name there, and you can't really talk about Bronny's journey without mentioning his dad. That is why Austin Rivers believes that Bronny should take his own path and do what's right by him rather than trying to live up to his surname.
I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. I don't want to see Bronny play with his dad. I really don't.
Why?
I went through something similar. It was a very similar situation, but also different. I was already in the NBA when I went to go play for him. What happens is a lot of people start to discredit everything that you've done. This kid has been in the limelight since he was born. First day on Instagram, he had 1 million followers.
Rivers went on to say that Bronny has handled the pressure extremely well, but playing alongside his dad and not being great might be a little too much for him to handle. Former NBA forward Steven Jackson didn't take kindly to Rivers' words. Difference is you trash, Bronny not. Jackson went on to insinuate that because Bronny's dad is LeBron, you cannot compare him to other father-son type duos. However, Steven Jackson's podcast co-host and former NBA player Matt Barnes has a different opinion. He recognizes Bronny's talents, but also feels as if he needs more time to develop before entering the league.
To be honest with you, I haven't seen a ton of Bronny's games. I feel like he could probably use another year or two of just kind of honing his skills. And Key and you and I were talking about this, off air before we started. Obviously, having that James name is going to help, but at the end of the day, it's not going to keep him there. It may help him get the opportunity to get into the league, but I feel like he possibly needs another year or two to hone his skills.
Barnes went on to say that there will always be a spotlight on Bronny, which is why when he plays bad, it's all over social media. He thinks this is unfair, but believes Bronny has the tools to develop into an NBA player. Now, there is another storyline related to all of this. LeBron James said he would want to play 1 year with his son, which had Bill Simmons wondering if a team will draft Bronny just for the chance of landing LeBron James.
There's only 58 available. And yet, I do wonder, I really do wonder if somebody in that 38 to 58 range will draft him as a way to get LeBron to sign for like a free agent mid-level exception, something like that.
Another person who thinks Bronny's entry into the NBA will be determined by his dad is Paul Pierce. He spoke about how LeBron is nearing the end of his career, and it's pretty clear that Bronny wants to get to the league before that happens, even if he isn't ready for it.
Don't have much time left, so he wants to play with his son. This is the time now. Bronny is probably most likely going to get a free agent pickup if he doesn't get drafted. Possibly the Lakers pick him up in a free agency. This is his opportunity to play with his son and ride into the sunset. I truly believe it.
Now that would be a pretty epic way to cap off a legendary career, but it might not be the best thing for Bronny. This is why recently LeBron has tried to walk back his statement about playing with his son and seems to be more supportive of whatever Bronny wants to do.
Bronny potentially entering the transfer portal?
Well, I don't know where it came from, but at the end of the day, Bronny's his own man, and he has some tough decisions to make. Yeah. And when he's ready to make those decisions, he'll let us all know. But as his family, we're going to support whatever he does.
Sounds like even LeBron isn't fully sure of what Bronny's future looks like. Judging by all the comments, Bronny will either make a big impact in the league or fizzle out before he gets any sort of footing in the NBA. Hopefully, it's the former scenario.